What you should never do to a woman after sex. Let's be real for a second. What happens after sex says more about you as a man than what happens during it. Because it's easy to perform. It's easy to show up when desire is burning, when your ego is loud, when your body is hungry. But what separates a boy from a man is what he does in the quiet after the storm. And too many men get this part wrong. They ruin the very connection they just created, not because they don't care, but because they don't understand what those moments truly mean to a woman. So today, let's talk about the things you should never do to a woman after sex if you actually respect her and yourself. 1. Don't turn your back and grab your phone. The fastest way to make a woman feel invisible is to disappear right after you've had access to her body. When you finish, roll over, unlock your phone, scroll through messages. You might not say a word, but what she feels is louder than anything you could ever say. She feels used, discarded, like the moment meant more to you physically than it did emotionally. Listen, even if it was casual, even if you both agreed, it's nothing serious. You owe her presence. Just for a few minutes, stay there, breathe together, show her that what just happened wasn't mechanical. Because the truth is, how you act right after sex defines how she'll remember it. 2. Don't joke or say something that breaks the moment. Men sometimes get uncomfortable with intimacy, so they try to escape it with humor. They say something funny that completely kills the emotional connection that just existed seconds ago. You don't need to make light of the moment to feel safe. You don't need to be a clown when your silence is already powerful. A real man knows how to sit in that stillness without needing to hide behind jokes. That silence, that calm, that's where emotional safety lives for her. 3. Don't treat it like an achievement. If you view sex as a trophy, you've already lost the deeper value of it. You don't win a woman by sleeping with her. You earn her trust by how you handle her vulnerability afterward. She just gave you something sacred. Whether it's love, desire, or just a piece of her time, it came from a place of openness. Don't taint that by acting like you just conquered a mountain. Because the moment you start treating intimacy like conquest, she'll start treating you like a temporary experience. 4. Don't leave immediately, unless you have to. There's a difference between leaving because you need to and leaving because you want out. If you're rushing to the door, putting on your shoes like you're escaping a crime scene, you're telling her she was just a momentary thrill. You don't have to cuddle for hours or whisper sweet nothings, but at least acknowledge her. The simple, "That was nice, I'm glad we spent time together." It doesn't cost you your masculinity. It shows you have respect, and for mature men, respect is the sexiest trait there is. 5. Don't make it about you. Some men have this bad habit of turning post-sex moments into self-centered reflections. They start talking about how they performed, how they feel, how they need sleep, food, or space. Here's the truth. If you make every moment about you, she'll stop wanting to share herself with you. Because real intimacy isn't one-sided. It's a mirror. And when she looks into that mirror and only sees your ego, not your presence, the connection dies. Instead, stay curious. Ask how she feels. Pay attention to her energy. Because the men who listen after sex are the ones who get invited back for more than just pleasure. They get respect. 6. Don't be emotionally cold. You might think being cold makes you look strong. It doesn't. It makes you look scared. Real strength is when a man can be soft without losing his edge. When he can hold space, touch her shoulder, kiss her forehead, not because he's in love, but because he understands the human in front of him deserves warmth. That's what mature masculinity looks like. Controlled, calm, but compassionate. Because here's the truth. A woman never forgets how a man made her feel the moment after he was done. 7. Don't forget gratitude. You don't have to say thank you like you just finished a business meeting, but gratitude can be silent. It can be the way you look at her, the way you stay, the way you make her feel safe enough to breathe. That unspoken appreciation is powerful, and when you carry that energy, women notice. They sense that you're not just chasing pleasure, you understand connection. Listen, brother, every man knows what to do during sex, but few understand what to do after, and that's where your real power lies. Don't ruin a good moment by being careless. Don't undo her trust with your silence, your phone, or your ego. Be the kind of man who leaves peace behind, not confusion. Be the kind of man she remembers, not because of what you did to her body, but because of how you made her feel safe in her soul. Because in the end, real men don't just sleep with women. They leave them feeling respected. So if this makes sense, do give a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with others, and subscribe. Until next time, keep making a difference.